hello everyone. Today we're going to be watching all the character trailers for Persona 3 Reload. Before we get started here, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss us while we're playing Persona 5 Royal. We're hoping to try to finish Royal before Reload comes out, or at least pretty close to it, and start Reload as soon as it comes out is the plan here. So make sure to subscribe so you don't miss that. Alright, let's get started with the hero, Makoto Yuki / Minato Arasato. I still haven't decided which name I'm gonna go with once we actually play through it, but let's just let's take a look. Oh, this is the same opening. This is the same shot as the start of the opening. Hey Phantom, how's it going? Orpheus. Oh god, Thanatos looks so good.
You take on the role of our leader, and you're stronger than anyone else in your own right. That's more than just being talented.
Ooh, Kaz! I don't think we've seen Kaz, but hold on, let's actually go through this a little bit slowly. Obviously, Tsuru and Aki. Yeah. I actually wanted to check the part where they were in the school. Let's see. Oh, I think that's... No, I thought that was Yuko for a second, but it's not. Oh, is that Bebe? I think that was Bebe.
That's more than just being talented.
Kaz? I like the Kaz, the new Kaz sprite.
When you're done there, could I ask you to take the trash out?
Do you mind if I ask you something? Where do you get that strength from?
Raji Platter. Oh, the medicine shop guy. I don't think we've seen him before. Yeah, he appears for like... all right, I'm not catching that. Whatever.
Yeah, you're just something special.
I get the toaster.
You're seriously one of a kind, leader.
Don't let us down, leader. With the power of two.
Oh yes, fusion spells. Let's go. I'm so excited to have fusion spells back. I've missed them because Persona 3 FES was my first Persona game before I even started this channel. Then we played Persona 4, and now we're playing Persona 5, and yeah, I've certainly missed fusion spells. They're really cool. But yeah, let's go on to the next one, the Yukari. Obviously, you know, Makoto is kind of like a blank slate in a lot of ways, so even though he does have some, you know, some definite character traits, so I'm really more interested in seeing the you know, the actual party members than I am about him. See about
I'll fight for what I believe in.
see Yukari.
That's what you would have wanted.
Yo.
Hi, I'd like one order of taco.
So I think this is the new yeah, the new battle theme. It's fucking slaps.
Crumbs, that was awesome. We were in there for a while, but it went by so fast.
God, everything in this the sprites look incredible. Like the actual like in-game stuff looks great. Don't get me wrong. Oh, the ghost storyline! I'm so excited. Oh wait, we're gonna get the line. Oh right, I am so excited to see how the new Yukari voice actress delivers the greatest voice line in Persona history. You know the one I'm talking about.
What? Who are you calling a chicken?
Oh, I cannot wait.
Then, let's investigate it. Don't you dare look up.
Yeah, I won't.
Yeah, it seems like they're mostly sticking to showing stuff from the early game, which makes sense.
Say,
Obviously, for some of the characters, that's not necessarily possible.
let's end it. Just one more. Take that.
Yeah, and so this is something that I did hear about. I think I heard Makoto say it earlier, or Minato, whichever you want. A theurgy or whatever, which is like sort of like special attacks that everyone now has, and I'm pretty sure for Makoto's case, the theurgy lets him do fusion spells for all the other party members. They essentially do like a combo move with their persona, which is so fucking cool because they like personas in a lot of ways feel like stands from JoJo, and a lot of ways don't. And so one of the things that I don't really like is that, you know, just due to the way that how a lot of the animations are set up, it really feels like when the personas are summoned, then they do some kind of like animation, and then a spell happens. And it just feels like the personas aren't like physically there. Like it feels like the persona thing could just be skipped. Like Ren could just rip off the mask and a spell could happen and you wouldn't really lose anything there. Like the appearance of the persona doesn't actually interact with even when they're doing like melee attacks or whatever. Like the persona never really interacts with like enemies or other characters in like physical space, and I think that's a really I think that kind of sucks. And I like the theurgy spells because they let the character and the persona sort of work together as one. It's really fucking cool.
And that's how it's done.
So yeah, I've not actually seen the theurgy attack, so I hope they'll be showing all of them here. But yeah, moving on to Junpei, the man himself.
Why do you have these flowers? What the heck, dude? What's your deal?
Oh god.
Or is this like a crush thing?
I fucking
Too
love
much fun to
Junpei's new
handle.
voice actor. He's great.
Good evening, and welcome to Junpei's Believe It or Don't.
Oh,
There are many strange things in this world. Legend has it, late at night, a maniacal ghost roams the halls.
Jeez. Come on, let's go.
So I'm pretty sure Junpei's voice actor is the same one that did the dub for Gamma 2 in Dragon Ball Super Superhero, which that was also an absolutely fantastic performance. So I'm very interested to see this guy in more things going forward because he does a great job.
Let's see.
And like Vic is Vic might not be a great person, but he is a good voice actor, and his voice for Junpei was absolutely iconic. So I know a lot of people were worried when the whole cast was being replaced that about how Junpei would sound, but I think the new actor is fucking knocked out of the park. I'm blanking on his name right now. I think it's Zeno, something like that.
Junpei is leveled up.
The iconic voice line.
I mean, don't you know? They say women can't resist a guy with a soft spot for kids.
Of course.
Ah, yes. Today's shaping up to be a glorious day. Such a shame that the third years and the ladies won't be joining us.
If we're splitting watermelons...
Ken, my boy!
What? Just like that?
Don't worry, Junpei. You'll get your girl. You'll get your girl. Zeno Robinson. Yes, that's the one. He's doing a fantastic job. I'm very excited to hear some of the more emotional lines. See how he delivers them. But yeah, next up, moving on to Akihiko. Now, this is also someone... Okay, so I know a lot of people were concerned with Junpei's voice, but I never was because I always, I'd known Zeno from the from Dragon Ball Super Superheroes. So I was, and we'd actually heard a decent amount of Zeno as Junpei in the past, but Akihiko is one of the ones that I'm kind of worried about because I've heard his new voice, and I just don't think it's quite as good as the original. I've been waiting for this. Like, it's his voice is, I think, probably the most iconic out of the Persona 3 cast. So, and the new voice definitely, even though we haven't heard it a lot, definitely sounds a lot different, you know? So this is, I think, this is one of the two voices that I'm kind of concerned of, but I guess let's see.
All right, done.
Huh? Akihiko, you're drenched in sweat and that heavy breathing. Are you sure you're...
I'm fine. I've just been squatting over my chair this whole time.
Fucking course he is. Polyducious.
For a long time.
God, it's been so
all I
long.
cared about was having the power.
I'm so used to seeing them with their ultimate personas that I'm not used to their like their base ones.
Others. And I thought being hard on myself and
Hold on.
competing with others was the only way I was going to do that. But now, I have people who I want to protect.
Oh, that's his theurgy. Wait, did we see Junpei's theurgy? I don't remember. Hold on. Yeah, no, we actually didn't. I don't think we saw Junpei's theurgy. That's kind of sad. I guess we'll have to wait until the game. Oh, and there we actually see the yes, I'm guessing this bar is the bar that you need to fill up to do the theurgy, as well as the fusion spells, and then it looks like it's just gonna be. I like that the theurgy is like sort of stands out in the menu, like it's like completely different color scheme, just sort of like inserts itself in there. It's like it really does feel like this big fuck you ultimate attack kind of. I do just hope that like they're obviously making a lot of changes to the combat. I hope the game isn't too easy, because that's one of my favorite things about Persona 3 is how fucking hard it is.
But now, I have people who I want to protect.
But yeah, oh, so it launches a thing and then he fucking punches it down?
Boil them one after the other.
Oh, that's so
This
good.
is a staple for an apple. Full of valuable nutrients and not too hard.
Yeah, I think the new voice is growing on me.
Problem is what comes after. Next, you gotta portion everything out and then put it in the freezer. It's a lot of work.
We're big fans of yours. Please, can we get a picture with you?
I'm busy, and I don't like having my picture taken. When people speak to you, do you tend to respond with pure logic and reason? This is a common mistake among inarticulate men.
I love Akihiko trying to learn how to be a fucking sociable person. It was multiple strikes. It's shown a few other trailers. Okay. Well, we'll see it when we play the game. It's fine. But yeah, I do think the hold on, let me just check the it says the voice actor name at the beginning, right? So I could have just used that to check Junpei. Yeah, Alejandro Saab. Yeah, I think I'm kind of mixed on his voice. I still really like the original Akihiko voice, but at the same time, I do think the new voice is really good. Like, I think his performance is fantastic. It's very different from the old Akihiko voice, and so I guess we'll see. I'll be interested to see how he says, how he handles some of the more emotional scenes, because I think I do think while Akihiko's voice was great for its meme value, it could be a bit over the top at times. So I'm hoping maybe this can maybe handle the emotional scenes a bit better. So we'll have to see. But yeah, moving on. Misturu, who basically just sounds like her original voice. So
It is my firm belief that each of us must accept the responsibility of bettering ourselves.
Dang,
However,
what a speech.
change cannot occur
Do you,
without sustained effort
have any
and an
idea what she just said?
unprecedented level
we only heard one fucking
Reading this actually made me think. What is the right way for a person to rule? Too much kindness and you'll be seen as weak. Sometimes a ruler needs to be harsh. A ruler is responsible
she fucking like Iceman shit, just fucking freeze the ground then like slide around.
Is it difficult for someone like that to find happiness like everyone else?
Why do they cooked so unnecessarily hard with that one? Hold on! What the hell? She does sound almost exactly like Terra Platt. Oh right, They're bringing back the French. Yes. Okay. The French was always something that I was not really sure if they were going to be bringing back, because it was one of the weird translations from Japanese to English, where in the Japanese version she speaks English. In the English version, they replace the lines that she typically says in English with French. So I'm glad they're actually keeping that, and because some changes from one localization to another, could end up getting changed, but
like everyone else.
But yeah, no, I think pretty much all the voice actors sound really close to their, well, some of them. I think Protag, Yukari, Misturu, and Junpei all sound really close to their original VAs. Akihiko's different, but I am liking it. Shinji is different. I think we heard him in one of the other trailers. We heard Shinji speak quite a lot, and I quite liked it. We haven't heard much of Ken, but we'll get to Ken later on. We got a little bit during the Junpei trailer, but I want to hear Ken in full during the rest of the video. Well, during his trailer. Fuuka sounds completely different, and thank fuck. I'm sorry, but Fuuka's voice in the original game is atrocious. Like, it gets memed to death because of how bad it is. The enemy. It's so bad. It's so bad. She sounds so much better in this game, even like the small parts that we've heard. And then Aigis sounds very different, and I'm not sure I'm a fan, but we haven't heard too much of that, so I'll reserve that for when we get to her trailer.
Monsieur Chef de Cuisine?
Chef de Cuisine? Talking to me?
Your ramen is absolutely wonderful. It's been a while since I last gave my compliments to the chefs. What do you use for the bouillon?
Bouillon? What the hell is that?
Oh, I love Misturu. All right, who do we have next? Koro, I believe. It's kind of crazy that Koro was kind of originally intended to be the mascot for Persona 3, even going so far as to because in Catherine at the Stray Sheep, you can find Teddy, Morgana, and Koro plushies. But Aigis just completely overtook him in popularity and became the fucking mascot. It's so fucking funny. My boy just gets lost in the dust. Incredible stuff. Also, speaking of original Personas, one of my biggest complaints with Persona 3 is how Koro never gets a big character moment and evolves his persona. It's probably not gonna happen, but I would love it if they actually gave him an evolved persona in Reload. That'd be really cool. As much as I love Cerberus, by the way. I think this Cerberus design should be used for Cerberus going forward. I really don't like the Cerberus design that is used in the other games, which is just like a white lion or whatever. It's stupid. My boy!
Hey, hold it! Bola-chan, it's too early for that hint.
I'm sorry.
I love watching fucking people do fucking voice it. Perfect voice. His voice is perfect. I gotta say. All right, here we go. Chorus theurgy. Let's see. Oh, that one. That's a cool one. I think Mitsuru's is still the best for me. Oh. Give me a Koromaru social link Persona 3 Reload. Give him the World Arcana or something. I don't know. Just. I mean, I just. I need more Koro, please. Speaking of Koro, speaking of man's best friend, let's talk about man's best friend's best friend. I think. Shinji!
You can head back to your room once you're finished. I'll handle the cleanup.
It's bad, but it loops into being funny. Yeah, basically.
I'm gonna give some to Koro-chan. I gotta make Koromaru's dinner still.
Oh, wait. Hold on. I need Persona 3 to adapt something from the Persona movie. I need Reload to adapt something from the Persona movie. When Aigis walks in on Shinji, playing, like, I think it's either cooking for Koro or playing with Koro or something, and she just stands there looking at him while he's sweating his ass off, and Mass Destruction starts playing. If Reload has that, I'm gonna fucking lose my shit.
You got a problem? Let me guess. This president is lecturing the delinquent on the importance of his education?
Akihiko.
Well, I'll be damned. Or protein fueled.
And speaking of the Persona 3 movies, which by the way we have actually reacted to, so you can actually check those out on the channel. But there's essentially, I think, two things. There's one thing that I think the Persona 3 movie does a lot better than Persona 3 the game, and that's the relationship between Makoto, Minato, whatever, and Ryoji. Like, I always felt like I love Ryoji, but I always felt like his relationship with Minato was not that well developed in the game. I think it's better with Minako in Portable because he has a social link. But since he doesn't have a social link in the original game, it kind of just I don't know. It kind of undercuts some of the more emotional moments with him. I think. I think one of the great choices the movie made was giving us a lot more time and putting a lot more focus with Minato. I guess he was Makoto in the movie, and Ryoji's relationship. So I kind of wish, I kind of hope Reload might bring some of that into and give us some more scenes hanging out with the boy, you know?
Muscle-bound moron, you're pretty smart.
What was that?
See you, Miss President. This delinquent's gonna go to his room and think about his bad choices.
Oh, here we go. Let's see what he got. I'm guessing that was not the whole thing, because if that was the whole thing, that was very disappointing.
Keep your energy up in the summer heat.
We're home, Koro-chan. Oh, shh. We should be quiet. It looks like Aragaki-senpai's asleep. He says Aragaki-san is not asleep.
Koro, you fucking snitch! Also, yeah, we got to hear a little bit of Aigis there.
He says Aragaki-san is not asleep.
Alright, I'm gonna save my thoughts on Aigis for when we actually get to her, trailer, okay? I think that's probably a better idea. It also gives interesting difference between Shinji and Ken, which I find really interesting. Yeah, the movie did a lot of great stuff with the characters, I think, and the, what was it, Akihiko punching Junpei at one point? That's a really fucking good scene, and kind of wish that was kept. Protector, that's gonna be Aigis. Yeah, okay, let's hear her voice, and I think I'm actually just gonna try to play, well, we'll see. Let's see.
For some reason, I feel like going to Tartarus and raising some hell. Shall we conduct a raid? Oh, it's gotten so late. It doesn't seem like we'll be able to go tonight. How unfortunate. I'll just return to my room then.
it's not quite as robotic as I would like. Like, I think the original Aigis voice did a great job at initially sounding very robotic, but then sounding more and more human as the game went on. And I think this was and it was used to great effect in The Answer, especially with Aigis returning back to her robotic self, but then regaining her human side in the end. And like, I don't know, I don't think it's bad. Like, I think it's good. Like, I think the performance here is good, but I just think like the original Aigis performance is probably one of my favorite vocal performances in any game ever. Especially that, you know, the absolute banger line, "A machine is created for a purpose. Mine is to destroy you. I exist for nothing else. A machine is worthless if it cannot fulfill its purpose." Like that, obviously I'm not fucking doing it justice, but that fucking scene with the original voice actors is one of my favorite. I've said this before, it's one of my favorite scenes ever in a video game. It lives rent-free in my head to this day. And I don't know. I just don't know if the new voice actor sounds robotic enough to be able to pull that scene off as well as the original did. But I guess we'll have to see.
Should we head in? It's almost Koro-chan's dinner time.
Don't worry, Shinji will handle it.
Preparing your dinner today, Koromaru-san. I hope you look forward to it.
Hey there, ladies! Wanna try your hand in a lucky draw?
I have won a water pistol. Between this and my onboard firearms, which is more effective in combat against the shadows?
I mean, in the cognitive world, maybe a water pistol could be useful. In the real world, doubtful.
Here, let's trade.
There! Hit! Right on target! Ready for action!
Oh, hold on. I think we have to see a bit more of the theurgy menu here. Oh! Orgia mode is the theurgy instead of just being its own thing. Interesting. Personality. After using physical skills, her drive to complete her mission intensifies. The fuck does that mean? So does it still function like Orgia mode, where it also gives her a boost to like physical stuff, or and has like and causes her to have to cool down, or is it just like a generic like special attack now? If they just make Orgia mode just like a generic special attack, I'm gonna be kind of mad, because that added one of the, you know, that made using Aigis added another tactical layer to using Aigis in your party. But
Full automation mode! Maximum output!
I mean, it looks clean as shit, though. I'll give you that. You know? I'm not sure anyone could top Karen's performance, to be honest, but for what it is, Dawn does her best. Yeah, no, I don't think it's bad. I think it's great. If I had never heard Aigis, if this was my first... Okay, look. I think I'm looking at Reload as a fan of Persona 3, someone who's already played FES. Let's be real here. The majority of people that play Reload are going to be playing Persona 3 for the first time. Because there's a lot of the Persona people that have played Persona 5 only, and then another group that have played Persona 5 and gone back and played 4, but not 3 because of not being able to control your party members. And then there's an even smaller group that has actually managed to go all the way back to 3. So I think the actual, like, I think the vast majority of people that are playing Reload are going to be playing Persona 3 for the first time, which is why I kind of don't like criticisms of it, like, oh, it's not going to be as good as the original, because it doesn't need to be. it needs to be, or at least not for someone who's experienced the original, right? I think they should mainly be focusing, because like people that have already played Persona 3 can just play Persona 3 FES if they prefer that version more, right? I think this version should more than anything focus on bringing the gospel of Persona 3 to a wider audience, specifically the people that have only played Persona 5. So looking at it from that perspective, right, from the perspective of someone who's played this for the first time, I think Dawn will do I think Dawn's voice is gonna be good. I don't know, just having played FES and knowing, what's the life is good, but it could be better. I guess that's really my mentality on the whole thing. But I won't know. I cannot make a determination on Aigis' voice actors until I see that one scene that I mentioned before. Until that scene and the answer are the end all be all of Aigis voice acting. Everything else is kind of irrelevant to me. Speaking of the answer, considering the game has everything from FES other than the answer, I'm guessing the answer will be released as a DLC at some point in the future. Hopefully, because the answer is a very important part of the Persona 3 storyline.
So, I decided to call this meeting to introduce him to the rest of the squad.
Oh, new Ikutsuki voice.
So, I decided to call this meeting to introduce him to the rest of the squad.
I'll try.
So, I decided to call this meeting to introduce him to the rest of the squad.
Sorry, Ken, I'm more interested in Ikutsuki than you. I'm sorry, my boy. My beloved Ikutsuki, the pun master. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of the new Ikutsuki voice. I really like the old Ikutsuki voice, but I guess we'll have to see. I cannot judge the Ikutsuki voice until I hear him deliver the puns. Until I hear puns being delivered, I cannot make a judgment on Ikutsuki's voice. So we'll delay that for another time.
In anyone's way.
Ken, oh yeah, Ken is another big.
Try not to get in anyone's way.
Ken is yeah, I think Ken is a massive improvement. He did not sound like a child in Persona 3. I don't know what he sounded like, but it was not a human child.
Swallow will air this winter as a TV special.
Huh? Wow, a spin-off with Swallow as the main character. I gotta make sure I record that. Yeah, I watch it every week without fail. But this TV special is big news. Swallow doesn't usually make much of an impression, but there's a theory that he's actually stronger than Hawk.
I wonder if because we're gonna get costumes, which we never really had in Persona 3. I mean, we had some, but not really like to the extent that we had in 4 and 5. And now that we're gonna be that Reload is gonna have costumes, it's probably gonna have Featherman costumes. I wonder if Ken is gonna be Swallow.
I heard that from a friend. I chose a long weapon so I could match the reach of an adult.
No.
Oh, I hit my shin again. Now's my chance.
Oh, wait! Nemesis just takes his fucking spear? Oh, this one's cool. I like this one. I still don't think any have topped Mitsuru's, but that I really like Ken's theurgy. And I'm very interested to see how they're actually going to factor into the game. And of course, Fuuka, the enemy.
He's looking at the bento box. I wonder if he's hungry.
God, it sounds nothing like the Fuuka I'm used to, and thank God for that.
Here you go, kitty.
She actually sounds like a human being.
lot of science fiction novels like this? Oh, wow.
I might actually do the Fuuka social link this time around, because her voice actress is one of the reasons why I didn't do it the first time I played FES.
I guess it's good that I invited you today then. It always feels nice when someone shows.
Have you heard Alex Lee's P3 make shit post? I have not. I'll have to check those out some other time, because after we're done with the trailers, I do want to get into Persona 5, because we have been we've been here for quite a while now.
An interest in something you like. Something I'm good at? Let me think. Well, I guess I'm a little handy with machines. Oh, I just meant more that I like them.
God, the fucking sprites
really
look so
boasting about.
fucking good! I think I out of all the new outfits, because I do love the new outfits, I think I like Fuuka's the best. It's just... It looks great.
I can do this. Yes. For my friends.
Of course, she's not really gonna have like a theurgy.
I noticed that the spots where we had cut off the leaves were already sprouting new ones. And in just a little while, they were healthy and green all over again. Maybe I'm making a big deal of this, but it made me realize that life is actually quite amazing.
I mean, in a lot of ways, that's kind of the central message of Persona 3. All right, that's... Well, we do actually have one more to go through. Because, you know, as it turns out, there's actually going to be a new party member in Persona 3 Reload that wasn't in the original. This is all new. He's being added for the first time. It's kind of a crossover thing, so I don't know how people are going to really respond to it, but I'm really excited. And here we get the first teaser of the new party member, Walter Hartwell White.
Chemistry. It is the study of chemicals. No. Chemistry is, well, technically, chemistry is the study of matter. But I prefer to see it as the study of change.
Whoever made the fucking sprite for this shit post absolutely cooked. And I love the fucking the contrast between like the most high quality sprite ever made and the fucking Gmod looking asset that's being used for his 3D model. Brian
terminal illness. I want to make the most out of the time I have left and fight alongside.
They put him on the Akinari bench. They put him on the Akinari bench. I can't. I fucking can't. No.
Is to protect the world from shadows.
Junpei, we have to cook.
I can't, dude. I thought it would be a funny thing to watch this shit post before, after all the other trailers. But no.
I have traded meth for shadows, but the game stays the same. We must consider the legacy we leave behind. I am going to face death.
It's too high quality. Well, I love the fact.
But the game is still.
That the voice sounds great. The sprite is like arguably higher quality than some of the actual game sprites, and then just the character model looks like it belongs in Persona 3 FES.
The same. We must consider the legacy we leave behind.
Like,
I am going to face death head on, alongside you and the rest of the group.
Like the quality transition, the quality change from the gameplay from his 3D model,
the rest of the group.
And then the actual like head. Like, look at this. Say mine. Who made this? Who fucking made this? What's his arcana, huh? What is Heisenberg's arcana?
my name.
Oh, shout out to the UI Maestro. This fucking video is incredible. But yeah, that's all the Persona 3 the character, including the brand new party member. I'm very excited. I guess either Tower or Hierophant. Oh, he is 100% Tower. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, definitely Tower. Or no, I think Tower probably works the best. Yeah, I think I agree with that. Yeah. But yeah, with that being said, we got some Persona 5 to play, so we're gonna end this video here. If you want to watch us play Persona 5 or Reload when it comes out, make sure to subscribe after I've wasted 40 minutes of your life. Thanks for watching.